In the quiet hours of my sleepless nights, I stepped into the demo of Mortalis, a game enshrouded in mystery, where the overworld stretches out like a forgotten land, and the dungeons wait below, whispering promise of risk and reward. This isn't a fast-paced adventure, it's something slower, heavier. A place to lose yourself, to wander, to harvest, to craft, and finally, to descend into the dark halls where danger may lurk around every corner. I don't play for competition, I play for escapism. And now, I want to share with you how this demo feels, not as a critic, but as someone who craves immersion. Someone who finds peace in the weight of dark fantasy landscapes. I wake up in a prison. Already here the ambience and atmosphere is pulling me in, and the sound of water coming from outside a cell gives me a sense of mystery and location. While there is nothing to interact with inside a cell, a guard comes up to the door and tells me that I am to embark on a mission, on the order of someone called the Crooked Father. A mission to find and slay the Demon Lord, hiding deep underneath the island. He hands me a blue teleportation orb and tells me that my body can leave freely to complete this task, but my soul is to be trapped within the cell until my task is done. At this point, I should point out that I did try this demo for about an hour a day before I decided to come back and explore it to the end. So I had a good idea of what to do on day one. For this video, I did start over to get a better picture. There is also a game manual explaining all the gameplay elements and giving some pointers as to what to do and where to go. I did not see this manual until after I got the developer note saying thanks for playing, and I think this is a big part as to why I got so immersed. I did not really know what to do or what to expect besides my initial experience, so my time in the game was filled with wonder, trials and errors. This is a big plus for me personally, as I do enjoy learning by failing and figure things out. I like to get surprised by elements in the game that I did not know existed, so not knowing about the manual actually contributed to my immersion. I do recommend not reading it if you are like me in that regard. So, with the knowledge I gathered during my initial time in the game, I went ahead and collected the resources I needed to craft my first set of woodcutting axe, pickaxe and club to prepare myself for the dungeon waiting ahead. What makes or breaks a game for you? Is it the enemy design, the world building, or just the general feel of the game? For me, it is the atmosphere. I can swallow a bit of jank as long as the game atmosphere and ambience is good. And oh boy is it good in Mortalis. The drowsy ambience music is relentless. In the overworld, in the dungeons, during the day and during the night, it will be by your side from start to finish, and it really sets the tone of the game. It invokes mystery, curiosity, and a strong sense of wanting to explore the world in its fullest. Absolutely top-notch soundscape, from weapon sound effects to hit sounds, footsteps and monster growls. Even the sound of the doors opening and closing inside the dungeon hit the mark for me, and is one of the biggest reasons as to why I had to come back. I could not shake it off, and even now, after finishing the demo, I crave more. Unfortunately, the demo is concluded, so I will have to wait for the release sometime in 2026, if the stars align. The exploration in the overworld is surprisingly good. Even if there is not much to find in terms of interesting landmarks, it is filled with chests and resources. Animals are scattered around for you to hunt, and enemies are guarding old ruins. Sometimes the chests reward you with game-changing loot. Other times they might reward you with a good old oh shit moment. During daytime it's beautiful and atmospheric. During nighttime it's dangerous and even more atmospheric. The dusk and dawn moments are straight up gorgeous, and I had to stop and take it in on more than one occasion. I also noticed from my first visit that it had changed, meaning it has some randomness to it, but I don't think it's fully procedurally generated. But don't take my word on that, as I honestly don't know. I've not read anything about the game, I don't know the developers, and I have no idea outside my own experience. If it is fully procedurally generated, it is, in my opinion, the best way possible. Dungeons are also randomized in some degree. Enemies are switched up, meaning it can be different types based on the enemy pool for that particular layout, and they can be in places that was safe the first time you entered. Floor layout is somewhat different every time you enter as well, but you quickly realize that it's not completely random. Sooner than later you recognize the layouts and can finish the floors with little to no effort. This is both a strength and a weakness, but in terms of weakness, one that I can live with just fine. Maybe I can go so far as to say its weakness in this regard is its strength, since you will only feel lost once. After the initial experience, you will quickly know it like the inside of your pocket. Overall, it did not break my immersion too much, and since some of the resources are best mined inside the dungeon, it makes it less tedious to go back to already finished floors to get a bit extra iron or mithril. Both resources you want to pick up, since chests require keys made from this material. Demo consists of 15 floors, and safe to say, when I hit floor number 15 and found a chest with a note from the developer thanking me for playing, the realization that this was the end hit me like a truck. I was so ready to explore the new layout, since every fifth floor you progress you get a new, how should I put it, biome. In the demo it goes from small cave-like to bigger, more mine-like, and finally pure dungeon. Floor 15 looks incredible, and I can't wait to explore that when I get the chance. The gameplay loop consists of exploration, resource gathering, crafting, and fighting. Exploration feels rewarding since there's chests with loot scattered around, and the loot is, to the best of my understanding, also randomized. I found some strong weapons early on, and I did not really have to craft any weapons after the first day 1 club. Tools can also be looted. Some of the weapons and rings you find can't be crafted, at least not as I'm aware of. And you want to use those maces you find, as they have a knockback effect that really helps you in the start. Those skeletons are dangerous when you're ill prepared. This makes exploration not only fun but necessary. There's a perfect block mechanic in place. In the beginning I thought it was a parry, but you can't do a follow-up due to cooldown or stamina regeneration or something. What you can do, however, is punishing the enemy you blocked with a X2 damage attack after blocking. I did not benefit much from this mechanic, since I quickly realized that I was safer just kiting the enemies. After a while I found a ring that made it so all my attacks were counted as charged attacks. Combine that with a ring that regenerates your health, and you can safely assume it was easy mode here on out. The sense of reward is complete. From being afraid of skeletons and the unknown, I was now feeling confident enough to face anything that was hiding in the darkness. The fighting itself is straightforward. You swing or charge an attack, move back a bit or to the sides, since going back is much slower than strafing around. You can also implement your perfect block, waiting for enemy to hopefully miss, or your stamina to be back full so you can get the full effect of your charged attack. Go in and rinse and repeat. Not much to write home about, but it works just fine. You have to be very close to the enemies in order to hit them, and this took me a bit of getting used to, but not something that broke the game for me personally. It presented danger in the start, since if you missed, you would get brutally punished for it. You also get a crossbow, but I mainly used my melee weapons. Enemies consists of small flower-like creatures that is only present in the first 5 floors of the dungeon, skeleton, some kind of brown ninja creature, and soldiers. I've not found any lore explaining the soldiers, but I'm sure we will in the full release. My time in Nox Mortalis was brief, but it reminded me why I play video games. To escape, to immerse, to wander in worlds heavy with atmosphere. This demo is only a glimpse, yet it already feels like a place worth returning to. Thank you for walking these shadows with me, and go test the demo, or at least wishlist it.